Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Julio Carrera, the Program Administrator of the Prevailing Wage Unit. Thank you for joining today's session on the annual Prevailing Wage Survey for 2024. This survey plays a crucial role in ensuring that prevailing wage rates reflect the actual wages being paid across Maryland. The survey period will run from September 1st to October 31st, and your participation is key to its success. So this is an overview of the prevailing wage law. Maryland's prevailing wage law is codified in the State Finance and Procurement Article, Title 17, Subtitle 2. It generally applies to public works projects, including school construction projects where the contract value is to $150,000 or greater, with state funding of 25% or more. Understanding these criteria is essential as they determine which projects fall under the prevailing wage requirements. These are some obligations of contractors, which include the following. Contractors have obligations under the prevailing wage law, such as posting the prevailing wage determination at the job site, paying workers the full prevailing wage rate for all hours worked, and paying overtime as required. Additionally, contractors must employ only journey persons or registered apprentices and submit payroll records in a timely manner, ensuring that all hours and rates are accurately reported. Now, these are some obligations of public officials. Public officials also have critical responsibilities under the law. Procurement officials must request a wage determination before advertising a project for bid, include the determination in the contract, and require a bond to ensure payment to workers. Public bodies must ensure that all legal requirements are met before awarding a contract. Now let's talk about the annual survey. So Prevailing Wage Unit conducts this survey annually to collect data on wages paid across the state. While participation is voluntary, it is highly encouraged as the data gathered helps establish accurate wage rates that reflect current market conditions. To participate, you must be registered in the portal. Now, who may participate? The survey is open to general contractors, subcontractors, contractor or employer associations, and labor organizations. We encourage all eligible entities to participate to ensure that the rates we establish are as representative as possible. What are rates accepted for the survey? Well, for this survey, we accept rates from non-residential construction projects, both prevailing wage and non-prevailing wage projects performed in Maryland between September 1st, 2023 and August 31st, 2024. Ensuring that this data is comprehensive and accurate is critical to setting appropriate wage rates. What's new in this 2024 survey process? This year, we've introduced a few changes to the survey process. Now, you don't need to enter multiple workers in the same classification separately if they're paid the same rate. We've also adjusted the time period to comply with COMAR regulations, and the commissioner may audit a percentage of submissions to validate the data entered. It's important that you retain all underlying records as submissions attest to the accuracy of the information you provide. So what rates are set by the survey? So basically, the survey results will set rates for each classification of work in each locality across the state of Maryland. These rates apply to both building and highway projects. It's essential that the data reflects the actual wages paid so that these rates are accurate. Now, part of the survey process, how are rates determined? Well, the prevailing wage rates are determined by the straight time hourly rate and fringe benefits paid to journey persons. The rate is based on what is paid to 50% or more of workers in the classification. If 50% is not reached, the rate paid to at least 40% is used. And if that threshold isn't met, a weighted average is calculated. For a, well, what's an acceptable fringe amount? So for a fringe benefit to be included, it must meet specific requirements, such as being an hourly rate of contribution that is irrevocably made to a third party under a bona fide fringe benefit plan. Contractors with self-funded benefit plans must demonstrate that the hourly cost is reasonably anticipated to provide the benefit and is communicated in writing to all workers. Now we're going to go step by step. Let's walk through the process of submitting your data for the survey. It's important to understand that first you need to register using your credentials. As I mentioned before, register is the first step. If your data is for a prevailing wage project, enter the determination number and the project information will automatically populate. You'll then you'll then select the classification from a drop-down menu and click submit. So basically, in this screenshot, as you can see, you can enter the determination number and hit submit. The project information, as I mentioned before, will populate automatically. And the next step is to select the classification for which you're entering data using the drop-down menu, and you select the classification. You then proceed with entering the payroll dates, rates, and the number of workers. And you will receive a success message after you submit all the information. You'll have the option to click yes if you're submitting more information on a different classification, or if you're done submitting, you can just click no. Now, if your submission is not for a prevailing wage project, you can select no in the on the initial screen and then click submit. And you would also enter the project details, including all the required fields. Now, all the required fields will be marked with an asterisk. So all the fields that are marked have to be filled out. You select the classification, you enter the payroll dates and the wage and fringe amounts, and enter the number of workers selected for the specific classification, and for all workers receiving those wage and fringe amounts, and you click submit. And it's important that you double check before you hit submit. All entries as submitted means before you hit submit, double check all the entries. As submitting means you are attesting to the accuracy of the information. If a mistake is made, please send your submission receipt along with the correction or withdrawal request to the Prevailing Wage email address, and retain all backup information as your submission may be selected for validation. And just to recap, the survey is open from September 1st to October 31st at midnight. Several changes have been made this year to simplify the process and also to align with COMAR regulations. And we would like to highlight that your participation is crucial as it helps ensure that wage rates are accurate and representative of our current market conditions. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us at the Division of Labor and Industry, Prevailing Wage Unit. We are here to help you through this process. Thank you for your time and thank you for your attention.